Welcome to the Building Doors Podcast, where we're not just pushing for opportunities for women's voices to be heard, we're creating them. I'm Christy Harst, voiceover actor and creator of the Building Doors campaign. Join us as we amplify voices, break barriers, and build doors together. Welcome to the Building Doors Podcast. I'm your host, Christy Harst. And today's guest is an absolute powerhouse. Olympic gold medalist and Team USA flag football star, Izzy Geraci. I said Olympic gold medalist. What? Izzy grew up in North Ridgeville, Ohio, playing football with the boys before becoming a high school standout and Lorain County's Student Athlete of the Year. She's smart too, folks. She went on to play Division I basketball at Cleveland State and USC Upstate, leading her team in rebounds and steals and even competing in track and field along the way. After college, Izzy returned to her first love, football, and within a year earned a spot on the U.S. women's national team. She helped lead Team USA to a gold medal at the World Championships in Finland, catching 39 passes for 464 yards and 5 touchdowns, and recently brought home a silver medal at the World Games in China. Izzy is carving out a space for all the little girls coming up behind her and proving that women can not only hold their own in male-dominated sports, they can excel there. Today, we're talking about breaking barriers, finding your purpose, and what it really means to make your mark in a world that wasn't built for you. So, can you tell me a story? Well, first of all, let me push pause. Welcome, Izzy Geraci.
Thank you. I'm so excited. I honestly have been looking forward to this ever since you asked.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes, I think this is going to be so fun. It was so much fun talking to you in general when we first met. So I was like, oh, this is going to be so cool.
Tell my
I'm very
husband,
excited.
tell my husband. Okay, so can you tell me a story of a time when someone doubted you or underestimated you because of your gender?
Maybe people had some doubts, I guess, in my mind. So when I first started playing football, I obviously played with all boys. I was the only girl there. And nobody was used to seeing that. So it was new for everyone involved. And so everybody was just like, oh, like she's a girl. I mean, you couldn't tell I looked like a little boy, but they found out I was a girl and they were just like, okay, cool. Like, I don't know how to take this. And, the more we started playing, the more they realized, like, oh, she's just like one of us. Like, she's going to do the hard work. Like, she'll do the work. Say we got to go run because we did something wrong. She's going to run too. Like, I don't know if people had doubts because they never voiced their opinions to me. They never made me feel like, I was excluded from anything. I always felt a part of something, which is like, I had a good situation in that aspect because I've heard stories that it's like terrible situations where girls are on boys' teams and it's like they get treated unequally. But for me, I was treated the same way. I know people maybe were like hesitant at first, but slowly kind of grew to be like, okay, she's one of us. Like, she's just like the boys. She's here to play and she's gritty and she's tough and we respect that. So, but yeah, I mean, I guess more so now you hear all the stuff on the internet. Playing football as a female, you hear the people that chirp. It's usually people that don't have a profile picture. You probably don't think they ever were athletic in their life, and they just talk the most. And it is what it is. But I've grown to honestly get free entertainment from it because I think it's just funny now at this point, and I just kind of take it and use it as fuel. But I don't really let it get to me anymore. I used to kind of let it get to me, especially in basketball. But now it's just kind of like, oh, this is part of the game. Like it is what it is. I've just kind of grown to like it.
Is there a difference between some of the trolls in basketball versus football? Is there a difference?
Oh, that's a good question. I've never been asked that. I would say so. Yeah. People, I mean, I guess the stuff they say is different, but because football is so male dominated right now, at least, I think they're a little bit more like, oh, you should definitely not be like women in basketball has kind of been a thing for a while, but women in football is so new that they're just like, what is this? Like, this is just a joke. But I mean, the majority that I've heard, the people we see in person, it's all positive stuff. Like everybody's so excited for flag football and the dads are out there like, I have a daughter. I want her to play. I'm so excited. Like, I love this. So the majority of it is all really positive, but I guess between like the trolls online, you'll see some pretty nasty stuff, but you know what, it is what it is. And you just got to prove them wrong and, make them enjoy the sport. And the more they see it, hopefully the more they enjoy it.
There was a clip that went viral on X, formerly known as Twitter, where there were 3 women, sports broadcasters, that were broadcasting live after an NFL game. And they were
Mhm.
giving, sports commentator talk. And they were on the field. And somebody took a snapshot of all 3 women talking. It was a man, and said, I never want to hear 3 women talking about football. They can't tell me anything that I don't already know. There's no analysis they can provide
Yeah.
that would enlighten me. And it kind of blew up because a lot of men with no profile pictures chimed in like, yeah, I don't want to hear
Yeah, they've never been
anybody.
through it. Like, they don't know. And it's
Right.
just like, uh, that's the funny thing to me is because half the men out there couldn't play football. Like, who are you to talk? There's commentators out there that haven't played the sport and they're great at what they do. They just analyze the game. It is what it is. Yeah, it's different when you've experienced the game, but like a lot of people that are great at their jobs have never played the sport. Like, so people just don't know what they're talking. They just always want to be mad about something.
Okay. They just want to be mad. I have a question for you because I follow you on Instagram. For anyone who doesn't already, what is your Instagram handle?
My Instagram handle is Izzy Geraci 7. So my name with a 7.
With a 7. I follow you, and I am just in awe of the fact that you are a young woman playing a sport that you're uber passionate about. You are clearly at the top of your game. You're playing for the United States, so you're clearly a very good athlete. And to watch you go around the world, I mean, to watch you play in all these different countries, in front of all these different crowds.
Mhm.
I mean, what is it like for you to travel the world playing the sport that you love and representing your country?
It's like and I always say this, it's like I gotta pinch myself every time something happens. I'm like, this cannot be real. Like, I cannot, like, I remember specifically, like, we went to Finland last year where we won the gold. We went to China this season and then we went to Panama. But I remember being in Panama and like absolutely gorgeous. We stayed at an all inclusive. We were on a beach. Like, that's where all the teams were. But there was one morning that me and 2 of my teammates, we were like, let's just get up at 5 a.m. and go watch the sunset. Like, or sunrise. Let's just go get up. We'll watch the sunrise, whatever, 6 a.m., whatever it was. We were out there. So we woke up, did not want to get up, but we were like, no, let's do it. It's going to be awesome. I don't, we just went out. It was like a brisk kind of morning and it was the most beautiful thing ever. And we're sitting there, all
Mm.
3 of us, like, there's a stray dog that comes up. We're playing with him in the water. Like, it was just like literally out of a movie scene. And we had to just sit there and we were all just like, we're here because we're playing football for the United States of America at the peak of this sport that is just like forming. Like, how are we here doing this? We're sitting on a beach and we're just like laughing together, playing with this stray dog. Our assistant coach comes down. He's on the phone with his daughter. He's showing his daughter like what we're all hanging out doing. And it's just like, I can't believe I get these opportunities. And so, like, when they do come, I try and make advantage or take advantage of, everything that's coming my way right now because it's like a whirlwind of stuff and I wouldn't trade it for the world. But I hope it continues on because I really want the next generations to be able to experience what we're experiencing right now. Because it's unbelievable. It's surreal.
Building doors is all about creating space for women in areas that they've never had space before. And I think about what you're doing, and I think about what you and your teammates are doing. And it is, I don't think well, maybe you do. Maybe you won't realize for 10 to 20 years later how big of a deal you are right now. Seriously. And for those listening, Izzy is geographically in my area, and our 12-year-old daughter plays. She loves it and has actually had the opportunity to train once with Izzy. And so I've seen Izzy's passion for the game and her willingness to give to the younger generation. And do you guys ever sit around and does it ever even come up a topic of conversation like, wow, this is we're laying the ground for a lot of little girls behind us?
I feel like it doesn't come up as much as it should. I feel like we should be reminding ourselves that like we're kind of in a position, to be shaping the future of, younger generations of girls that, want to play the sport. But there are definitely times, like I was saying on the beach, where we have like self reflection, like we're like, this sport has gotten us here, and could be like that for other girls and younger girls in the future. But I mean, there was a lot of women that came before me, and the sport's been a thing for so long now. It's just hasn't had the spotlight it has now.
Okay.
So the women that have stepped in before me and played the sport. One of my teammates has been playing in Florida for, I mean, she played in high school, and she's older than me now, but they've had it forever. So they've been playing, and there's been a lot of women that just, didn't get the spotlight that we got. So we're just we do remind ourselves, I guess, to take advantage of it, because people are always watching, younger girls are always watching. Um, and, my quarterback, Vanita Crouch, she's like the most decorated flag football player, I think, to date in general, men or women. I want to say. So she's been in the game forever, and she's to be able to learn from her is amazing. And kind of, I'm not a quarterback, but following her footsteps in terms of being on the national team, and trying to translate from basketball to football, because she as well played in college. So it's just all these people that have such an impact on this sport, and to be able to be a part of that and say that I'm one of them, is pretty crazy. So we do try to remind each other, like, take advantage of this.
Let's talk a little bit about your successes. I want to know, number one, what was it like to have a gold medal put around your neck for your country? What was that
Yeah,
like?
that was probably one of my favorite moments, on the team in flag football so far. I didn't realize at the time how important it was, because that was my first year playing flag, first year making the national team, first year winning a gold medal. Like, it all just happened. Like, I had no time to
Wow.
think about it. It was like bang, 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 you got a gold. So it was like, I don't know. I think about it more now. It's sitting. I keep it on my desk to remind myself.
Yeah,
So it's right.
show it, flip it. Let's see all of it.
It's actually one of the
Yes.
smallest medals, but it is gold, and I do love it. So
Oh, I'm so glad you
autograph.
showed it to us.
Yeah, so I keep that on my desk. I always get to see it, just to remind me, kind of like, that's the goal every single time we step on the field. But yeah, I mean, the feeling of having that on your neck, and then being able to celebrate with your teammates, because our men's team won as well that year, so both of us won. We had a really fun celebration, but then to even celebrate with all the other countries that are there, and just celebrate the sport in general. Like, we were all at the after party, just happy as can be. Everybody's having fun. The coaches, the staff, like, everyone's there. All the countries are there. You're meeting people that you'd never even think to meet from across the world. So it was just one whole amazing tournament, and the gold was just a cherry on top.
So let's talk a little bit too about what you're doing. And I think there's other women on your team that are doing that. I don't think a lot of women in professional sports are being offered, which is this brand deals. So let's talk a little bit about some of the brand deals that you have and what that means for you and for your sport.
Yeah, it's huge. I think right now it's really the only way that flag football players can make money off of the sport.
Really?
Yeah, so
Wait. So time out. Rewind. So you don't get paid.
no, not
So
not
hold on.
directly through flag.
Okay, hold up. So let's just rewind it again. So I am Christy Harst. Let's say I did play college athletics, but not at D1. But let's just say I tried out for the US women's flag national team. I got on it. I have to pay my way to practice. I have to pay for my uniforms. I have to
No.
put, like, tell me what I have to pay for.
Okay. Yes. So let me run you through it. So USA Football, our national team organization that kind of runs it, they cover everything for us. So they'll cover our travel when we go to training camps. They cover our food. They cover our uniform. Like, there's no cost that we're paying. So they have our backs whenever we're with them. They have our backs. We just don't get paid yet. They're working on it. They're doing their best they can. They treat us so well. It's just the sport doesn't have that much visibility on it yet. So they're trying everything they can to kind of make the funds to be able to pay us, because they want to.
Okay, yes, you get treated well. Hold up, time out. So, okay, that's great that you don't have to come out of pocket. That is
Mhm.
absolutely fabulous, right? But in order to earn money, you need to be around to have a jobby job. And so if you had a jobby job, you'd have to have a job that was allowing you to leave to go do all this stuff, correct?
Correct, which is my case, and that is a very
Wow.
rare case. So I have the pleasure of working for my family's jewelry store, Peter and Company, which is in Avon Lake, Ohio.
Okay.
So I actually work under my aunt. I also work under my mom and my grandma.
Uh-huh.
So they understand that I have to leave, whenever I have to leave. And I
Yeah.
only work
Yeah.
Tuesday to Thursday because we found out very quickly Monday to Friday was not going to work with my schedule. So I'm on 3 days a week. I usually am traveling on the weekends most of the time. But as for my teammates, like even the men, like everybody has a job. Most of everyone is full time or they're in college playing college flag and balancing classes. So we've had, struggles, people trying to call off with PTO, things like that. So like you're giving up like time away
A
from your
lot.
job and giving up, money,
Yeah.
to be able to play the sport that you love. And that's kind of the sacrifice everybody's willing to make. So that's like the next level of like, yes, you're an elite athlete, but you're also making these elite sacrifices to be able to do this. That's how much everyone cares about this sport.
Yes.
So it is different. It's different for sure.
And so talk about now how athletes can supplement their
Mhm.
income by brand deals, and how does that work? Do you have an agent who helps get you that? Do you go after that yourself? Is that yet another thing that you need to market yourself?
So I am lucky enough to have an agency and an agent. So I work with Lab Management. They've been so wonderful to me. I actually went out and visited them in Boise where they're at. So I got to stay with them. We had a nice time, but they always look out for me. So they're doing usually my brand outreach. Like if they think that, I'd be a great fit for a brand, they're doing all the communication and stuff and handling that and the contracts, everything like that. But I know some of my teammates had to deal with that on their own for a minute. I was dealing with that in college when NIL first came out because I got to see all that. So it's not fun,
Yes.
but lucky enough to have an agent now. But companies like that I've worked with and that I work with are Game Breaker, which is a big one for me because I want to protect my head. That's my headband. I actually have it sitting right here on my
Yeah,
desk.
show us. Show us what it
So
is.
this
Like,
is
can
the
you
headband I wear. I have plenty of
okay.
them. But this is just one of them, and this is cool
And
because the Surge is like a women empowerment group from BSN Sports. So
oh, okay.
that's yeah, that's a cool little thing. So I work with them.
And
I'm an
it's
Under
not just a sweat headband. It's not just a sweat headband.
No, 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 no. So
Talk
it's
to the people about what it is.
yeah, I would love to. Yeah. So this is a fully protective headband, 360. There's padding all around. So when you have it on, a lot of the time it's a non-contact sport, but a lot of the time collisions happen, or you'll go up for a pass, fall in the back of your head. This will keep you safe. It stays on your head. Nice grip technology, nice and snug. So I always wear this when I play. If I know there's going to be, if we're going to run a scrimmage or if we're playing in a game, I'm always going to put this on.
And do you recommend those for girls and boys that are playing flag as well?
100%. 100%. It's starting to get mandated, I think, in leagues. I want to say, I think Texas has to wear, like, if you're a certain age group, you have to wear the fully shelled padded headbands or headgears. But yeah, I would recommend this. I think almost everybody at the elite level of like what we're playing at right now is wearing some type of protective headband. But yeah, I mean, I'm blessed enough to be partnered with them, so they're always looking out for me. But yeah, so Game Breaker. I'm an Under Armour athlete now, which is the craziest thing. I can't
What? What
understand
did you
saying
just say?
that. Yeah, like,
What did you just say?
yeah,
What? Say it
like
again
who
louder.
would say that? Like signing. When did I sign with them? A few months ago. I want to say it was like July. But yeah, I signed with them, and I'm an Under Armour athlete. I'm actually going there to HQ this weekend with my two teammates, that are
Oh,
also Under Armour athletes.
oh, I can't wait to
But
see
yeah,
your
just like
Insta.
saying that out loud is the craziest thing ever.
And by the way, weren't you in like a commercial or two?
Yes, that was the first thing we did with them. Yeah, crazy. So, I mean, they've been so much fun, and there's a lot more coming. Hint, hint at that. But work with them and X Endurance, which is my supplement company, which is super important to me because I train a lot. I want to be at my peak, so obviously the stuff in the kitchen matters to me. So I take creatine, I take their extreme endurance pills, omega threes, you name it. They do that all for me. They're a great company, great people. So I work with companies like that because I don't, have I want to have a supplemental income. So it's always great for me, and I know a lot of my teammates have, other things like that going on for them. So that's really right now the main way to make money off of flag football. I know the
Mhm.
NFL is talking about a professional league, things like that, but nothing is set in stone yet. So until then, we're all trying our best to like get brand deals, find agents, and just take advantage of all of it.
And could you say the name of your supplement company again? Because I think it cut off a little, and I want to make sure that everyone hears the name.
Yeah, so it's called X Endurance.
X Endurance.
Yeah, X
X
Endurance, all
Endurance.
one word.
Okay.
It is in
Awesome.
my Instagram bio if anybody's interested. And I also think I have a discount code for that. That is also probably on my Instagram.
See, that's what we're
Discount code
talking about.
for that, and actually might not be a discount code. I have a code. I have a code for that, and I definitely have a code for the headbands if you're looking to buy one. Or
Actually, I do want to buy one for our daughter. So I would like to know, what would you tell little girls who are playing flag football and are likely the only girl on their team? What would you say to them if you had them in front of
um,
you right now?
I would say, what was I told? I feel like I had a great experience, and I was told all the right things. I'd say don't even think anything of it. You know, you're one of them. Like you're on the team too. It's not like it's you versus them. Like you're their teammate too. I think you might have to work harder to prove yourself, but it is what it is. That's kind of what comes with it. Yeah, just like work your hardest that you can be. That's kind of just what I did. I loved the sport. I wanted to play. I did everything I could um, to be on the field and tried to achieve that. So I would say just work your hardest. Don't think anything of it. Um, they're your brothers now, so you just kind of have to accept all of it, and they'll accept you. And um, hopefully the coaches understand, and you get a fair chance because I know there's times where girls don't get fair opportunities, and they still have the skills and the ability. So I would just say make it so they can't not put you in.
So, did you know that 85% of all of the ads in the Super Bowl were voiced by men?
I did
And
not
so
know that.
how does that make you feel when you know that there's a sport that you love, that you play at the most elite level,
Mhm.
and it is geared towards not your gender, and yet look at what you're doing.
I think I try not to think about it too much. Actually, I I just I don't know. I want to focus on the positive stuff, and like I keep sight of it, and I think about that stuff where I'm just like I take note of it and I put it in my brain, and I'm like, okay, like let's use that. Like let's just prove these people wrong, and kind of like I don't know. I guess use it as fuel to the fire. I because I don't. I just need positivity in my life, and I hate stuff like that. Is just like so unfortunate, and you just want to kind of you want to fix it, and the only way to fix it is just get to work and push harder for the sport and shine a light on the right things. And so that's really what we're trying, I guess, with the sport, and just working as hard as we can. And I'm trying to push content for flag football to hopefully get it in front of the right people's eyes. But I mean, like in terms of that, it's just like it's crazy to hear because there's a female audience in football now, more so than ever. And you kind of it's like women sideline reporters, like Erin Andrews. She was really like I feel like her, Holly, the more you see them, the more it's gonna work. So the more women they start to use, the more you're gonna see. And I just hope that, the brands choose the right thing. Because there's definitely an audience for it. It's growing. It's women love football too. It's proven. So I think now
Yeah.
more than ever. But it is unfortunate to hear. But I guess we just use it as fuel to the fire.
So, girls flag football is quickly becoming a varsity sanctioned sport in many states across our country, and just recently here in Ohio, where you and I both live. What do you hope to see the sport grow into? And what opportunities do you think girls who play varsity flag will have that you didn't?
I was down at training camp with Callie Bronson, who works for USA Football now. She was a coach for the Browns, and she still lives in Cleveland. And so we both were just so excited to hear that news. I think we got out of practice and we both saw that it had went through, and Kevin Stefanski was down there to announce it, which was super cool. So just super exciting, and finally that had happened for Ohio, to be one of the states that's kind of at the forefront of it. So that's awesome. But I think the sport, and the future of the sport, I'd love to see more colleges getting into it. I think girls in high school being able to see that they have a future, and they have somewhere to go with the sport, and not just like, okay, I played in high school, it was fun, blah blah blah. So, and I know you have the national team, but like you want to be able to earn scholarships. That's like, that's part of the reason we play sports at such a high level. Um, so I think the more colleges that get into it, the more scholarships that are offered for the sport, the more legitimate it's going to be to people. Um, and I know girls play it now. Girls on my team play it in college, which is so awesome. They compete for national championships. Super crazy to think about. But I hear talks that it's going to keep getting bigger and get to the Division 1 level, which is so exciting. But yeah, I hope it becomes a sport in high school that is treated like all the other sports in high school. It's not just something kids do for fun. It's something kids, really do because they want to be great at it and they want to go play it in college and they want to go play for the national team and maybe hopefully a pro league someday. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely a market for it. I get girls, I get dads, I get moms always asking like, where can my daughter play? So I know there's kids out there that want to play. There's kids that are actually begging to start teams from their athletic department and they just haven't. So there's definitely a market for it. And I think the teams and the schools that aren't going to get into it now are going to be behind because it's going to blow up. And I cannot wait to see it.
So where can people buy Izzy Geraci merch or National Women's Flag Football Team merch? Like, don't you
I
think that's a
wish.
huge piece of the puzzle? Like,
Yes.
little girls who play basketball can go and buy a Caitlin Clark jersey and they can
Yep.
wear it with pride, right? My
Hmm.
daughter, who plays flag football, also plays golf. She can't go buy any swag from female golfers. She can't go buy your jersey after working with you.
Hmm.
She can't go do that. So, like, don't you think that's a huge piece of the puzzle for not only advancing this sport, but just women's sports in general?
Huge. Yeah. I'm right there with you. We talk about it as a team because we get jersey requests, we get T-shirt requests all the time. Like we have people asking for it and kids asking for it. Do you have anything like that I could have? Like I would love a shirt, and it's just like I would love to give you a shirt, but I do not have one. So we're definitely in talks of doing stuff. So hopefully in under a year we can provide that. Under 6 months, as fast as I can do it. Um, we'll be able to provide the merch. There's just a lot of like IP stuff we have to worry about, logo usage, things like that. So we just want to make sure we're keeping all the legalities straight and doing everything the right way. So I that is definitely on our list of things to do, and it's way up at the top. So I would love to have that done. Yes, there's nowhere right now.
But wouldn't it be so cool? Like, I saw that interview that was done in the stands in where was it? Did
The
you say
Panama
Port
one,
Panama? And
yes,
this woman was interviewing you, and you were surrounded by all of these locals and little girls, and I was like, "God, how cool would it be if you walked in and one of them was wearing your jersey or even just
yeah,
wearing any one of your teammates' jerseys or a number?" God, that is like
yeah,
I
it's
just feel
crazy
like yes, that would be
to
such a
think about that. Yeah, I
huge
couldn't
thing for your
even.
sport.
I know it is definitely like necessary to have. I think it'll help with the growth and one. It's
Yes.
just like yeah. I mean, it legitimizes the sport really too.
Yes. Yes. So let's talk a little bit about Izzy. You're an avid gamer. You
I
like to
am
play
actually. I'm sitting next to my Xbox and my monitor.
you play Warzone, Rainbow Six, and am I pronouncing this right? Scrim?
Okay, so I play Warzone. I play Fortnite. It's Skyrim. That's the one you're
Okay,
talking about.
Skyrim. Okay.
The Skyrim, Fortnite, you name it. I play really like anything. I play Minecraft. Everybody kind of knows Minecraft. I play anything, you name it. But recently, more Fortnite and Call of Duty.
And so how does gaming fit into your life as a pro athlete? Is it something that you use to kind of wind down or gear up, or is it just like this escape for you?
Yeah, I would say I'd like to call it a wind down because I do it at the end of the night, but I end up like raising my blood pressure and my heart rate when I play. But it's a priority of mine because I have friends that are long distance from me. Close to, like close as well, but I have a group of friends, probably some of my closest friends in my life, and we kind of nurture our friendship through gaming. So, we get on and we play the game and we get to talk to each other and it's just cool to think that like we can bond over that even though we're thousands of miles apart.
Oh,
Um,
I love
and so
that.
like it's just something fun and we get to like, get at each other and laugh about it and it gets intense sometimes. But yeah, I mean I play with them a lot, but also like solo stuff because I feel like I have a pretty creative imaginary mind. I love art, so certain games like Skyrim, where like I'll play the Harry Potter Hogwarts game. So just like have that nice little getaway of like you get this magical world. So
Mm.
kind of a little nerdy, but it's something that just kind of like is calming to me and fun, and then at times can also be very enraging and annoying. But yeah, I love it. I love gaming.
I can't wait for people who are gamers to reach out to me and make fun of me because I didn't pronounce that name right. And my job is
No, you're
literally
good. It's a
to
weird name. It's
say
like very
weird.
random, very
um,
medieval, and yeah.
so if you could pick any dream matchup or opponent in flag football, just for fun, who would it be and why?
Like anybody, like someone that
And
doesn't even play.
yeah, or like it's somebody in the NFL, or maybe retired, or maybe it's someone on the men's team, or maybe it's someone from high school that bullied you or whatever, and you want to take them out. Like, you know, it could be the guy in the
Oh,
coffee shop who was like, I could be better than you. I played, you know, whatever.
yeah.
I'm just curious, like, have you
Ooh,
ever thought of like how cool would it be if I could go face to face against this person?
man, I've never thought about that. I I think it'd be super cool to catch a pass from Tom Brady. I would
Oh,
I
there
would
you
be God.
go.
I'd probably faint. I think,
Oh, that's
man,
an
I mean,
awesome answer.
yeah, I mean, I'm a big Buckeye, so that kind of hurts to say, but like, I mean, I love Ted Ginn. I think it'd be cool to like talk to him about football. I don't know about lining up with him. He played receiver too, but um, just like Jeremiah Smith, even too, like to learn from him. And he's younger than me,
Ah!
but yeah, like just I don't know. Yeah, catching a pass from Tom Brady would be pretty sweet.
All right.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that's been listening knows that you're obviously a very talented athlete and perform at the highest level. But I have a feeling that you have a hidden talent or fun quirk that maybe your teammates know, but no one else does. So what are
Hmm.
some of your, hidden talents?
I feel like a lot of people don't know I draw. I haven't drawn in a while, but I love art. I love to draw. I'm usually like big into like pencil drawings. I'm not really a painter. I like drawing people. A lot of athletes. I think I've drawn LeBron a bunch of times.
So are you saying that if you were at Cedar Point, you'd be a character drawer? A character? I can't even talk.
I can't do that. I'm more realistic.
Okay.
I'm like hyper. I try to be like as realistic as I can be.
Mhm.
I think those people are so talented, though. I love seeing that. I was
Mhm.
actually my mom and my aunt have one at the jewelry store that they got drawn, and it's wild to me how much it looks like them, but it's not, like it still doesn't look like because they look like cartoons. But like the features that they decide to like a bigger nose, for example, for someone, or bigger lips, and then they just take it to the extreme, and it's like it still looks like I know who this is. So it's just crazy to me. They're super talented. Another weird quirk. I can juggle. I'm like okay at juggling. I taught myself to do that when I played softball in the batting cages. I was just sitting there bored, started juggling, figured out how to do it. Nothing else really. Game. I feel like most people know that though. I feel like art's the big one. A lot of people don't know that I draw.
Art's a big one.
Yeah, a lot of people know I draw.
I'll be waiting for the coffee table book of all of your drawings that you do on the
I
road.
can send you some. You can stick some pictures in here. I'll send you some good ones.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. We'd love to see it. I
Prove
can put it
my
in the
prove my
intro.
saying.
Yeah. So what does your door to success look like? And then when you open it, who's in there? What does it feel like? What does it look like?
Man, it's a that's a tough question. Um, I guess my in terms of appearance, my
Yeah.
door would be I guess like
A gym door?
yeah, it would be like it'd have to do with sports for sure. There's got to be sports in there, but it would also be like super fun and cool and inviting. I like neon signs, so I'd probably have a neon sign on there somewhere, like "Game On," some goofy little sign. I don't know, something like that. But it would definitely be like very inviting, like the cool gym teacher that everybody likes. Like it would be like that type of door where you can leave your sticky notes on it, you can leave your own artwork on it. Um, People can write notes and leave it on there. But I think when you open it up, it would have kind of similar to what you would say. Just like everybody enjoying everything, and there's nothing you have to worry about of like differences. Like there's none of that. Like it's all just like everybody's on the same level and we're having fun. Like I feel like my life And something I take priority in is like, I always want to have fun doing what I do. Otherwise, why do we do it? So I think that was like me finding football and knowing that that's why that was my true passion, is because it doesn't feel like a job to me. So I want everybody in there to always have fun. I want to laugh a lot. Laughing is like the best cure. So I always want to laugh. Maybe there's a comedian in there. We'll put a comedian in there making people laugh. Um, I don't know. I guess you'll have like a table if you guys want to go draw. We'll have a gaming system for sure. Maybe a basketball hoop, a whole box of footballs, soccer balls, you name it. That stuff's in there. But yeah, I just, it'd be like a fun room, just like a fun hangout spot, fun room in recess, some Legos, things like that. So I just want everybody to be happy and laugh. Because I feel like in my life, that's what I try to do. And yeah,
That's a great answer, Izzy.
yeah, that
I
was a
can
lot,
totally
but
I can totally see an artist doing that. Like, I can totally see the neon sign, game on, the whole
yeah,
idea of that. I never thought of that before. Like, whenever I ask this question and people answer, people have some really good answers. And yours with I've never heard this whole idea of that bulletin board feel. Like, you just throw notes and post-it notes and you draw on it and you do this and you do that. That is so iconic to what you do. It's so
yeah,
relevant to you and your industry because it's probably what you see all the time in training facilities and stadiums. So I think it's a perfect answer.
100%. Yeah,
I
100.
I want to thank you so much for taking. I know you're busy, and I just want to thank you for taking time to speak with me and to the Building Doors community. You truly are an inspiration, and I know that you probably get glimpses of that, but I have a feeling that, 20, 30 years from now, you're going to look back and you're going to realize just how much of an icon and inspiration you are, and how, gosh darn lucky so many other little girls are to be able to look at you, meet you, and see you do what you love to do, and kind of usher them in through a door and build a door for them to walk through.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's been so much fun talking to you, and man, everything you said, that means so much to me. Hearing you say it is like, it's crazy. I got to remind myself sometimes, to be thankful for all of that. And I really do. I try my best to do that. But no, I appreciate you. This has been so much fun, and I love talking to you, and you're an awesome person. So like, this has
Oh,
been great. Thank you.
no, thank you. And thank you for joining us on the Building Doors podcast. If you enjoyed today's podcast conversation, please consider supporting us on buymeacoffee.com/buildingdoorsvo. Together, we're elevating voices, we're building doors, and we're making space for the next generation of women breaking barriers, just like Izzy Geraci. Thanks for listening to the Building Doors podcast. Want to hear more? Check out all our episodes at buildingdoorsvo.com/podcast and follow us on Instagram and LinkedIn at Building Doors VO. We'd love to hear from you, so call us on our 24/7 hotline at 216-307-1917 and leave us a voicemail with your thoughts. Do you want to support the podcast? Well, we love coffee. Buy us a cup through the link in the description or at buildingdoorsvo.com. Until next time, keep pushing forward, keep speaking up, and let's keep building doors together.